Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. There you go. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling. Little darling. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling. It feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Next verse. Little darling, the smiles return into their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Sun, sun, sun. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. Again. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. One more. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. Little darling. Little darling. I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Sun, sun, sun. Sun, 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 sun. Here it comes. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. Again. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. One more. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. Thanks, guys.
And it's all right. Yes, and so it is. Yes. Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Now that we've got that reconnection to spirit and affirmation and knowing that it is and it is all good. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Tucson. I am Morgana. I am your host. Let's take a moment. Calm that excited energy back down just a smidge. Let's get grounded in our space, connected to who we are and why, and what the truth really is. Breathe in, hold, release, letting everything go that is not so. We are all a unique expression of the divine source, the one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And it is our life right now. So it is. If you are setting an intention to experience a happier life, better health, more abundant living, you're in the right place. Know that wherever you are on your personal spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And you feed us with your presence. So welcome. Let's make sure that those devices go quiet, whether we turn them off, throw them in the trash, put them in the car, airport, whatever it takes. We want our spiritual space pure, right? Okay. So as you know, and some of you practice regularly, there is meditation pre-service, half an hour before service starts in the same building here. I hope you all have gotten a copy of your bulletin this morning. The salient information is there. Maria has made sure that we are current. Thank you, Maria. I'll just point out a couple things. Mastermind today and in 2 weeks, 1st and 3rd. And in 2 more weeks, LGBTQ plus friends. Let's all get together, have a bit of Starbucks and friendship and community building support. So if there's anyone here for the first time, thank you and welcome. Glad to have you. After service, our practitioners. Oh, very good. Thank you for reminding me. We have Reverend.
Not a minute.
No.
Ruth. We have Ruth.
We have Ruth Starwell, RSCP, and Sharon Whaley, who are more than happy to spend time with you in prayer after service. Be sure to reach out. And remember, it's a gift you give yourself and to our practitioners. Okay, let's go ahead and together read our mission statement on the front of your bulletin. Spiritual Alternative. The Center for Spiritual Living Tucson is an inclusive, vibrant, spiritual community focusing on personal connection through our beliefs, principles, and practices of the science of mind.
Do we have music now? Music?
Yes, so welcome. So my name is Ruth Starwell, and I am a licensed practitioner, and I'd like to invite you now into our time of silent meditation. We have 3 minutes. Just allow the sound of the bell to bring you in and out of the silence. So I invite you into prayer. Divine presence that is always present, that presence of love, infinite wisdom, creative source of all being. Knowing that presence is here now, in, through, and as me, in, through, and as each and everyone here, each and everyone hearing this prayer, each and everyone who does not hear this prayer, that this is the truth of the infinite being, that all life is that presence. That creative presence, that divine wisdom and love expresses through all life, here, now, and always. And claiming that presence, claiming that divinity present in all life, I allow that guidance to carry each and everyone forward, to guide the way of love and grace, to guide the way of receiving love and grace, to guide the way of being love and grace, and co-creating love and grace in our experience. And so I'm grateful for the teachings of Science of Mind that show us that pure imagination is the source for our actions to outpicture. I'm so grateful for this teaching, grateful for this community, grateful for this time together. I allow our time to be a time of celebration and connection. And so it is.
So it is.
I don't know where the music part comes in.
Gotta roll.
Okay. So in your bulletin is a spiritual thought for today, which I will read. This is prepared by Hazel Bowman. What kind of world would we build together if we truly believed anything was possible? Not as fantasy, not as wishful thinking, but as spiritual law in motion. Because imagination is not escapism. It is revelation. It is the divine whispering through the architecture of your soul, showing you what already exists in the field of infinite potential. What if we believed that there is enough? There is room. There is genius in every being. There is a solution seeking us as much as we are seeking it. In such a world, competition would give way to co-creation. Scarcity would dissolve into stewardship. Fear would bow before the awakened awareness. We would no longer ask, what can I get? We would ask, what wants to emerge through us? And so the affirmations today are also in your bulletin. And when I looked at them, I found that there were actually 5 affirmations. And so what I'd like you to kind of play with me in doing is I will read one and then we'll say it together. And then I'll read the next one and we'll say it together. How's that sound?
Yeah.
I live from infinite possibility.
I live from infinite possibility.
Divine imagination awakens through me now.
Divine imagination awakens through me now.
I release limitation and embody vision.
I release limitation and embody vision.
Together, we are building a world rooted in love, wisdom, and creative power.
Together, we are building a world rooted in love, wisdom, and creative power.
What I dare to imagine, I help to manifest.
What I dare to imagine, I help to manifest.
And so it is.
So it is.
All right. So we changed our order just a little bit on the fly, and I love that. I have to ask you, Chris, when you ring that bell, you're holding. Yeah.
Do you hear do you feel the vibration like come to an end? What a cool
Listen,
meditation.
I actually mute it towards the end
Oh.
because nobody else can hear it, but I'm listening to it. It continues for a good two and a half minutes.
I love that. It's a little perspective there. The bell ringer.
Yes.
This vibe is for you. That's good. So I'll do both songs that we're going to do here today. So the first song that I really liked from the spiritual thought and the affirmation, when I was looking at it, was about maybe seeing beyond your own limitations and seeing yourself as part of something greater, which is the name of the song. We Are Part of Something Greater by Harold Payne. I've sung this one before. I don't have words for you. If you know it, feel free to sing along. If you don't know it, hum along. Or just listen. We are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. Part of something greater, part of so much greater than any one of us could ever be. Could ever be. We're all joined together in our hearts, in our minds, and in our soul. We are part of something greater, part of so much greater than any one of us could ever be. We're all joined together in our hearts, in our minds, in our soul. We are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. There's that. Okay, yeah. Cool song. Cool song. All right. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, Bruce introduced this song to me. He's looking at me like,
What'd I do?
could be. So it's called Sweet Surrender. It's a chant. Is that ringing a bell, Bruce?
It's not.
Yeah.
I'll sing along if I can pick up the words.
All right, very cool. Very cool. Somebody did. Maybe this was David who came up with this one. I don't know. Do you remember?
I do not remember.
All right, cool. All I'm saying is it wasn't my idea. Today it was my idea, but originally somebody else sang this here, and I thought it was. All right, I'm sorry.
No.
Moving on.
You showed me a bunch of different chants, but maybe this is a different one. So the word. Oh, this is a really cool song, but singing it, it's kind of wordy. There's not a lot of words, but what words there are happen in a short period of time. So the words are, here's the rhythm. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. Woo! Yeah, I've got it written down this part, so good luck if you can sing this with me. So, we are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening again. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light from within. We are Yes. Great job.
Thank you all for being here today. I love seeing this full room. I am so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to get on that building, right?
Yes.
I want to just, I invite you to help me welcome our guest speaker for today, Reverend Lee Hite.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, full room. So nice. So nice. As we were driving down this way, because, I started writing all this a couple days ago. And we're driving down, and, I'm driving, and my brain's just working on stuff. It's like, now it's like what I've got on the page. We'll see. We'll see how much of it works. A world of pure imagination. We are surrounded by an infinite divine power. The power and presence that is within us, around us, and through us, and in, through, and around everything we see, touch, feel, and experience. We say that on a regular basis. We talk about the creative power that we have on a regular basis here in this space. In our classes, with each other, we understand that we are in charge of, and we are the ones that create our experience, our lives. We manifest stuff daily. Consciously, unconsciously, take your pick. And how many of us use that as a little velvet hammer? Say, how did I create this? How did I do this? What is going on in my life? What is going on in the world? In the world today, that's a tough one. If we say that we as a collective consciousness manifest our global experience, what are we saying about ourselves today? And on top of that, if we believe as a collective human race, we create our collective experience, what can I do about that for myself? We look at global conflict, we look at global issues, take your pick. right? It would be very easy for me to sit in the corner of my little house in Peoria, Arizona, and become overwhelmed and feel totally powerless. How many of you have felt like that? But here's the good news. Here is the good news that every time each and every one of us pauses to envision it differently, to hold that love will point the way, to hold that peace is at the core and center of everything, to hold that love, light, life, peace, power, beauty, joy, health, wholeness, abundance, prosperity, happiness, all these things are at the core of everything. And if we dare to, we can call them forward. If we pause and do that, every time we pause and do that, we make a difference. You make a difference. That's the way we do it. And then from that, if we are called to go out and demonstrate, called to go, make posts wherever we want to do, if we're called to do that from a loving and joy-filled place, do that. But please, 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 do not perpetuate the anger. Do not perpetuate the discord. Do not perpetuate the chaos. Choose love. Choose to be loving. Choose to say that I am holding space for something greater in my life. I am holding space for something greater in our collective experience. Because imagining a world of pure imagination, which is the title they gave me. Imagining a world that says, I can imagine it differently. I get to imagine it differently. We do. And even Ernest Holmes says, oh here, let me get the quote. I have two quotes from Ernest about imagination. There are a lot more, but these are my two favorites, at least today. Imagination taps the very root of being and utilizes the same power that brought the world forth from chaos. Let's hear that again. Imagination taps the very root of being and utilizes the same power that brought the world forth from chaos. And he goes on to say, imagination carries with it feeling and conviction. It awakens within us all the forces of nature and stirs into action talents and powers which would otherwise not have come to the surface. Imagination. Do you dare to imagine your life differently? Do you dare to sit in the stillness and really contemplate a life beyond where you live today? And are you willing to let go of what might be in the way? Are you willing to do it different? Are you willing to let go of habits? Are you willing to let go of doing it the same way you've always done it just because that's the way you've always done it? See, I decided to be an example this morning. It's like there is no suit. There is no tie. These are jeans and Converse and red socks. Because they make me happy.
Yeah. All right.
See, because I know some of y'all were whispering out in the hallway, going, "He doesn't have a suit on." Is that kind of speaker? And how do I know who the speaker is if he's not wearing a suit? But you see, there are stories out there like that. It's like there are folks out there in the world that would like take 30 points off my 100-point score for showing up without a suit today.
You are wearing a vest.
That's my compromise. Thank you very much.
21. 21.
Put the whole story behind this vest. I'm not going to get into it today. You see, part of it is I've been around this stuff long enough that I really don't care. I mean, I do care. You understand what I'm saying, right? I'm not attached.
There it is.
Okay? I'm not attached to the uniform that the world says, you know, a spiritual leader or public speaker needs to show up in a certain way. I don't have to. Because it's not about that. It's about the message. It's about me imagining this in such a way that says, you know what? We are here together to create an experience together that says we are greater than we have imagined ourselves to be up until now. And we can come together in the face of all the crazy out there and say, you know what? We can do it better. I can imagine it differently. And it's not necessarily, we don't have to label it. And no offense to whoever wrote the affirmations. We do not have to label it as divine imagination. You understand that, right? You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to label it as divine imagination. Because if what I say the divine is, if the source of all being, divinity of all life, is that created me, and I am created in and out of it, then the intelligence that is within me is divine intelligence. Then the love, the joy, the peace, the imagination that is within me is divine, all of that. I am a point of light within the mind of God. I am a point of love within the heart of God. And each and every one of you are as well. Because we are all inherently divine. We just forget. I went through a period recently. Katie will attest. I went through a period recently where I totally forgot. Not totally, but I forgot frequently. On a regular day-to-day basis, I was forgetting for various reasons that I had bought into. The details don't matter. But I had bought into a story. And all of a sudden, information came to me and it was like, oh, dang. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, friends and family that I've been cranky with. I bought into a story that said I wasn't enough. I bought into a story that said I was doing something wrong. I wasn't. But because I had bought into it, I had imagined all these outcomes that they were making me cranky. They were making me depressed. They were making Anybody else? We do this. We buy into the stories that we get told. Or something happens and we buy into this and we imagine all these possible negative outcomes. Your committee's in full effect from time to time. My committees kick in. And middle of the night, 2 a.m., 1:30, 12:30, I'm awake and whoosh, the committee's in charge at 150 miles an hour, driving down the highway. I'm going, what? And in those moments when I'm conscious enough, in those moments when I'm awake enough, when I wake up just enough, and the committee's, I take a moment to reassign them. So you know what? Let's try an affirmation on instead of all this crazy. right? We can reassign them. We can change the story. We can let go of all the stuff that has gone before. We can let go of these ideas that I'm not enough. We can let go of the ideas that say maybe I'm not lovable. We can let go of the ideas that say, you know what, I don't have enough money today. That's temporary. I get to choose and have it be differently. I get to choose and shift my own narrative about my life. I get to choose and say, you know what? Imagination says that I get to pause and see it differently. And not just see it differently, but feel into it differently. Even Ernest Holmes himself said it's not the words that we use. The words that we use in treatment don't matter. Practitioners. What matters is how the words make us feel. So let me translate this for you for maybe the new folks in the room or the new folks listening. The words we use in prayer, the words we use in affirmative prayer. What matters is how they help us feel. What does the end result I am after feel like? And how do I feel that now? How do I get there now? What words do I need to use to shift the energy in me to open myself up to the possibility of something new? That is why we take the time to really stop and think about what the words we are using mean. It's like several years back, a number of years back, I was listening to somebody do an affirmative prayer. And they were talking about that power, that presence, that light, that this, that. And it occurred to me, where is that? Where is that? Where does that live? That lives over there. So if I'm doing my own prayer work, I'm doing my own spiritual mind treatment for myself or for anybody else, you will not hear me use the word that. It is this. Or the. Because this and the are right here. They live right here in me. They're present with me. They're not off somewhere else. It's a subtle little shift. A tiny little turn of a word that makes a world of difference in how we perceive what we're talking about. How we perceive what is really happening on the inside. And Ernest would remind us that inside work, that involution precedes evolution. Involution precedes evolution. What goes on inside of us is always going to outpicture in our world. And what makes the difference in the way that takes form, the way that shows up, is the feeling that we wrap it with. The calm, sure knowing, the excitement, the expectancy, the enthusiasm we have for that change. The enthusiasm, the freedom that we feel when we let go of the doubt and uncertainty and claim faith. Claim love. Claim joy. Claim peace. Claim prosperity. So the question becomes, my friends, what is our relationship to change? How do you feel about change? I just went through, it's like my 40-hour-a-week job. We just went through a major reorganization. Huge. And it stressed the heck out of me, friends. I've been doing the job for 19 years the same way. Same rhythm, same work cycle. I knew what to expect. But this change threw everything up in the air, and now I've got a whole new way of working after 19 years. How do you think I felt for about 30 days? Still feel it. And I worked through it. At first, I was kind of pissed. I was pretty cranky about it. And they dropped it. It's like they dropped it on me late on a Thursday, and I'm starting that new cycle on Monday. Mm-hmm. And I had made promises to people for that next week. I was like, hey, I'll be back next week. Nope. I still haven't made it back. And it's been over a month. I said, I had all these conversations in my head that I thought they should have had these conversations. It's not like I didn't know it was coming. I did. So it took me a while to shift. It took me a while to change. It took me a while to imagine myself doing this new thing in a new way, and be happy with it. Be joyful with it. Feel good about it. Those are the choices we get to make. Because our lives are a reflection of whose consciousness? Ours. So I get to choose. I don't always get to choose what shows up, but I get to choose how I respond to it. I get to choose how I react to it. I get to choose the words I speak. The feelings I feel. And some of those feelings are uncomfortable. Maybe there's a message in that for me too. If I'm disturbed or distraught or anxious or upset about something that's going on in front of me, am I upset about that? Or am I upset about something that's happened before? And am I upset about something that is telling me a story about? Because most often I find, or frequently, not most often, frequently I find it has nothing to do with what's going on right now. And everything to do with something that happened in the previous 50 years or so. And again and again and again, we are the ones that get to choose. We have these tools. We have this creative process that we work with called spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to talk a little bit about prayer in the process, because meditation, affirmation, spiritual mind treatment / affirmative prayer, they are the fundamental tools that we have in our spiritual toolbox that move us forward. Right? These are the tools that we use to change consciousness in a very focused and intentional way. So, how many of you know the 5 steps? Everybody. About a third of the room.
We talk about this all in January.
All right. It's all right.
Your sheet's
All right.
back there. Yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all the simple way to remember this. No. Well, there are a couple of different ways. So the steps are recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, and release. They are you ready to receive?
Nice.
Oh, that landed new for some people. Okay. I love it when I can do that.
Sorry.
Are you ready to receive? R-U-T-R. Are you ready to receive? Recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, and release. Now, understand that for years and years, more than I care to admit, I was in charge of youth and family ministry, not just on a local level, but on a national level. This is the way we taught it to junior church. There are hand motions that go with it, of course, because it's junior church. Right? God is.
God is.
I am.
I am.
You have to repeat after me. I have.
I have.
Thanks.
Thanks.
And by now. God is. I am. I have. Thanks. And by now. Okay? So, God is. God is all there is. Period. End of story. Everywhere I look, what I'm standing on, what I'm seeing, what I'm touching, what I'm feeling, it's all gone. God is all there is. I am one with God. God is in me, as me, through me, around me, in each and every moment. And then we speak as if we speak the truth of what it is we desire, not as a desire, but as a holy present experience. This is the reality of my life. I'm joyful, happy, healthy, whole, abundant. Own it, my friends. Just own it. And then be grateful for it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Father, Mother God. Thank you, Infinite Mind. Thank you, Life, for the good that is in my world and my experience right now. And then we just let it go. It is done. We get up and walk away knowing it's already complete. Now, when I was in ministerial school, I taught in junior church. And, of course, we had lots of students. Showed up on Sunday mornings, kids, the whole thing. We were getting ready to go out to a party one night, a dinner, and 3 of the kids were in the living room, and one of them was laying down on the couch. We're like, what's going on? And so the 3 were all watching the kids, and he had to be about 4 years old at the time. Laying on the couch, says, I'm not feeling good, my head hurts. And the 2 others, 4-year-olds, walk over and say, no, no, no. They're like, what is the truth of you? God is all you are, right? Yes. And God is inside. Yes. God doesn't know anything about being sick, right? Right. Are we happy? Yes. Let's go. Got up and off. Just that quick.
Yep.
True story, friends. True story.
They
Really
didn't show
happened.
up later? So
No. All good. All good. No fallout, no throw up, no headache, nothing. Be as a little child. Have that faith, friends. Have that belief. And whether it's in our own lives, individually, or our regional lives, our country's lives, our global life, every time we move closer and deeper into alignment with the truth of who we are, the truth of our being, the truth of what it is we say is true about this life we live, if we truly, 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 truly believe what we say, that God is love, light, life, peace, power, beauty, joy, abundance, health, and wholeness, all of that and more, let's own it. Let's claim it. Let's get out of our own ways because we are the only ones standing in our way. And I know, it's like I can hear you because I hear me in my brain going, yeah, Lee, listen to you. Yeah, I have challenges. And I know this. And I've been studying this stuff for over 50 years now. And I still have challenges. I still have moments where I just want to throw my hands up and go, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. I'm just going to, I'm just going to go do my life and try to forget all the stuff I know about manifestation and creation and prayer and spirituality and the fact that, God has shown up in dozens of different ways in dozens of different cultures, all so that we can meet it and say, you know what? God is all there is. And it's love. And it's peace. And it's joy. And no matter where that spirituality is practiced in whatever country, at the core of it, there is a belief that says, you know what? Prayer works. Meditation works. Once we understand that we are in relationship with, when we are in relationship with each other, we are in relationship with the divine. When we remember that changes everything. And we imagine a life in a world that is totally devoid of the things we don't want, and filled with the things that we do want. So let's practice. Join me. God is all there is. We pause and remember right now that there is a divine light and love and life in, through, around, and as each and every one of us right here, right now. And I speak this word for myself and for each and every individual here and those watching or listening wherever they are, whatever they're doing. And today we just begin with gratitude because we can. Gratitude for love, gratitude for community, gratitude for joy, gratitude in knowing that there is a divine order back of what appears to be chaos. That love is rising up within the minds and hearts of each and every individual on this planet, awakening us to the truth of who and what we are. We allow love to point the way. We allow our imaginations to run free and open and joyfully in our minds and hearts, guiding us forward to allowing something wonderful to happen through us, as us, right here and right now. We set aside everything that has gone before, allowing light to shine forth, and we know that all is well, and life is good and very good, as each and every one of us. And so we let it be. So it is.
So it is. So it is. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Living in the moment, right here, right now, right on. And so it is. All right, cool. So if you know it, sing along. If you don't, by the second time we sing through it, I'll bet you know. I wrote this song for this community. Right here, right now, right on, and so it is. Right here, right now, Yeah.
Let's one more. Thank you. And should we invite him back?
Yeah.
All right. There you are.
All right. Once again,
I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I want to let you know we have 4 t-shirts left. I believe they're all extra larges. We're selling them for $5. Well, we're not selling them because we don't really sell anything, but you can give us a $5 contribution and get your very own CSLT t-shirt. I also want to let you know that Science of Mind magazine are brand new, back on the back table, and they we had a little discussion. They list for $12 per magazine. We're selling them for the original month with it has 2 months in it for $10. So you're already getting a break. And when Reverend Lee or anybody says this is the topic that I was given, they are aligned with the Science of Mind magazine. So if you want to follow through and just immerse yourself in what CSL is doing, yeah, and
kind of alive.
I don't, I send out all the materials to everybody that's doing talks this month. They can look at it. They cannot. I don't really care. Just for me, having guest speakers, it just kind of keeps an alignment, so we're not all over the map if we have that. So I just want to let you know, brand new Science of Mind magazines, 2 months, $10. What a deal! And the other thing, 2 more things. I'm making a sign up for membership class. So if you've not taken membership class, if you want to become a member of CSLT, it's going to ask your name, your email, and then if you prefer, it's a 3-hour class. And my choices are going to be 2 weeks on Zoom on a Tuesday evening. So an 1.5-hour Zoom class on a Tuesday evening, yet to be determined. Or doing a Sunday afternoon, ideally at the center in one of the rooms. And the caveat is if the construction is going, then we're going to have to shift that. But otherwise, we did a great job moving in the other weekend. Was that just last weekend? And so we have space, and I would love to have a class there. So there's that. And then the other announcement I have is we ran into William in the parking lot, who was the former board president of Unity, and he said since we are changing our time to this time, they are also now at 10 o'clock. They've moved their time back because they moved forward to accommodate us being in the sanctuary. He has invited us to fellowship with them after service. So if you want to go and have some coffee and fellowship with the Unity community, we are welcome there. So I just wanted to let you all know that. And Teresa.
I just noticed on the internet email for the newsletter.
Okay.
I'll get it out. It has a different time. It has the old time for our services and meditation. Just
thank you for pointing that out, and we will do an extra check, make sure it gets changed everywhere. And our website might still be incorrect as well, but thank you for that. And yeah, so our donation basket is in the back if you would like to contribute to the growth of CSLT by check or cash. Janet can take debit and credit cards. There is also in your bulletin how you can give via Zelle, PayPal, and the text to tithe number is right in there too, which for those of you online is 616-800-8252. Hope I got that right because I don't have my glasses. And again, thank you all for supporting CSLT. And yeah. Let me know if you want something to happen that's not. If you don't like something that's happening that that you'd rather not, let me know because we're creating this community together. Okay. Michael?
Yeah, divine love.
As divine love. Bless us multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Yes, sir. Prospero. Okay.
Or
Aquí.
I am prosperous.
I am prosperous now. And the key is here.
Oh, si mi español is. Please stand up for our closing song, which is an oldie but goodie. And it's Let There Be Peace on Earth. If you want to join hands, and at the end, raise those hands by all means. 1, 2.
There is peace on earth and let it be done with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. God has our center, united our hearts. They all walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, it begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous sound. You're taking my actions, making years eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me.
Yes.
Bravo.
Okay.
Miss.
Okay, right.